GMGers and GMGettes, are you ready?
Countdown, 60 seconds to get ready for the Good Morning Gang morning show. It's time to get ready. Get your coffee, tea, trees, or whatever need be. Then put on your seatbelt. We're going on a journey. We'll discuss trending topics, music and breaking news to help get your morning right. Big Phil speaks, giving you his one-of-a-kind point of view. It's a GMG, and we're family. So as we count down to the start of the show, prepare for the unexpectedly. If you know, you know. Tell 1 to 7 of your friends to come in. Share your love for the show. We're about to begin. The GMG countdown.
Yeah, it's time to wake yourself up. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. You feel me?
Good morning to you.
Looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G. But keep it at a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning gang, be the issue. And take your friends and them can and all come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them mistaken. Even the chosen haters, the haters, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10 we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through. So after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks and come on in, get comfy. But most importantly, in all caps,
Shooby-dooby-doo-doo-doo. Good morning. Good morning, girl. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. What the hell?
hold on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMDers and GMGettes. Let me make sure everything is everything, huh? Good morning. Gang. Good morning.
gang. Good morning to ye. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGettes, supporters, fans, followers, haters, trolls, and onlookers from the A90s. What's goody like the mob, huh? It's your boy, Big Phil Speaks, and this is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, brought to you by myself, huh? And that good GMG. Good money, gang. Listen, how are y'all feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, before I go any further, listen, I got to give that what? I got to give that warning.
Warning. Federal law, Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107 allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material in the creation of a new work for purposes included but not limited to criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture, baby. That part.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Who we got in the building? Listen, Polo Dolo riding solo from that Kansas City way. Crack baby, trick baby, crack baby. Young Dreads, that's what she said, huh? Rashad Houston, the home team. What's goody like the mob? Hot shot, what's up with it? Salute. Huh? Who else we got in the building? Simply Nay. She done came around the way. Happy Friday. Listen. Time to go. Good morning to ye. CBS. What's goody like the mob? Happy Friday, GMG. Sexy Sugar Mama. She's in the building. Good morning. Peep Scheme. Wagwan Brethren. What's goody like the mob, huh? Listen, we about to have at it like a crackhead with a crack habit. Shout out to crack baby, trick baby. You feel me? We about to make it do what it do. I glitched. I did something silly, so I don't think IG is running this morning. I don't think IG is running this morning. I'm pissed off with the highest of festivity at this very juncture, because my live should be going on IG, but it's all good. We're going to keep it pushing. Rest up. What's goody like the mob? Lady Cosanita, good morning to ye. Phil trying to prove he sound better than Donnell Jones. Damage him. Listen, we're going to talk about that. It wasn't that he sounded bad. He just wasn't clear enough, and they didn't have his mic up loud enough. To me, and he was outclassed. But I'm going to talk about that later. I ain't getting to that right now. I'm going to talk about that later. You feel me? Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the jewels. Crack baby, trick baby. Huh? You said he did sound bad? Okay, all right. He sounded a little off. Okay. He sounded a little bit at times. But he's definitely a good singer. I just think he was outclassed. But I ain't going there yet. Y'all gonna have to sit tight. Pause. No diddy. Y'all gonna have to sit tizzle. Do me a favor and share this situation with 1 to 7 of your friends. And if you happen to be tuning in from any other network, X, formerly known as Twitter's, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, or perhaps if Instagram is going still, come on over here to the good YouTube where the party is partying, where the chat is the lituation, and get a part of this situation. And do your boy a favor, hit that thumbs up. Boop, boop. While you at it, hit that notification bell. Matter of fact, hold on, let me back up. Subscribe to the channel, why not? Then hit that notification bell like this. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drops. Whenever Feel the Love Friday drops. Whenever the Tap In with Big Phil Speaks drop. Or anything else that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel. Now run tell that. Yes, indeed. We in the building. It's Friday, baby. Yes, indeed. Y'all are bugged out. I wonder when when will Phil lose that saying? Never, 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 never. Me not losing nothing. I'm only gaining steam. You hear me? I'm only gaining surer footing. I'm only, yes, standing 10 heavy toes down. And not because of weight, because my footprint is dug in the cement. That part, huh? Listen, I'm going to keep it pushing, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Where do I want to start? Where do we go from here, my love? Speaking, nah, I'm not gonna play that just yet. I'm not gonna play. Me not going to do that. Hold on, let me make sure I got this correct. Where do we go from here, my love? Fellas, when we out here doing manly tings, pause, no diddy. When we get out here do manly tings, we have to use this head. We got to use this head and think and be responsible and pay attention, because we out here down bad with this next video right here. Like, what was he thinking, huh? He giving a whole new meaning of caught up in the middle. Pause. No diddy. Y'all watch this, huh? The Good Morning Gang Morning Show.
Better died. What in the world? Get this thing off!
Bama was caught between a rock and a hard place, or should I say smashed between two boards. Damn. I don't know if that was pause. Or what was it, the ball walls? Either way, one of them was caught up. Oh, no. YouTube, you got to do better if you're just sharing. You shouldn't leave the whole app just to do that. Oh, yeah, of course. Never would have made it without your sayings. That part, you hear me? Listen. I'm just saying, fellas, that hurt watching that video. I shrunk down. I was like, oh. Listen, everything started clenching up. I was like, oh, I felt his pain. I felt his misery. I was like, good God Almighty. One man don't represent all men. At the same time, we all fall short. So he be really short out this son bitch, huh? We was really about to be, he was about to be really short out here, huh? Short a member of his, you know what I'm saying, situation. Pause. Yeah, CBS out. How shall I say, would have clocked out and went home. Look, if I was him, I would have laid down on that board for a minute, like, got myself together, prayed, like, thank God. Look, I'd have pause, might be too much information. I'd have cracked open my pants, pause, make sure I'm still intact, you know what I'm saying, make sure everything's good, and then I would have thanked the God above that I'm still here, and we still here, you hear me, that the Gilla was still the monster, you hear me, God damn it. Workers comp. How can he explain that? While doing the duties of my job, my Johnson got caught up in between two boards while I was screwing them together, and they got caught up in a bind. They got caught up in a crunch. Like, how do you explain that to workers comp, huh? They probably gonna be like, if you don't get your banner ass the hell up out of here, you should have paid attention. He probably get fired if his boss knew how reckless he was, huh? How reckless he was up there. You ain't know that your Johnson or your ball walls was kind of leaning into the like, oh man, he hurting. Hurting is the worst part of it. Hear me? Damn it. He was definitely hurting. You feel me? Listen, I'm going to keep pushing, but that brother there, I know he thinking the God above. You know what I'm talking about? That he's still here. Because, man, oh, man, that pain, that agony. If you ever had somebody grab at your Johnson, and I don't mean in a loving, sensual way, or whatever the case may be, and try to twist and pull and all that, Oh no, it's nothing glamorous or glorious about that. But we gonna keep pushing, We gonna keep pushing. All of a sudden, I want to watch There's Something About Mary. You got issues. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it moving. Yeah, keep it moving. Listen, do I want to go here now? Yeah. Speaking of which, we y'all kind of came in the door waving the 4-4 in regards to the Joe versus Donnell Jones versus last night. How you get your wood stuck in the wood? since we tapped that door open, pause, no diddy. This was my assessment. It was a nice night. It was a nice night, a lot of good songs or whatever the case may be. Donnell Jones, some say he wasn't, he was off or whatever. I don't think so much that he was off, that he might have been flustered because his monitors, his earphones weren't turned up. His mic wasn't turned up as much as I think it should have been or whatever the case may be. Then he brung in my girl, 702. I don't really want to go. I don't really want to stay. Can we get it together? Can we? Oh, Mila. I am a fan of Mila. Her voice is so different. But last night, she sounded like she was trying to call the pigeons home. I said, what the hell is going on? Just bastardize the damn song, Get It Together. I was like, no, you didn't. Just come up in here. Can we get it together? Oh, what the hell was going on with Mila from 702? Huh? Maybe did they not get to practice? Was the monitoring off in her ears? She couldn't hear herself. Can we get it? Oh no, I'm hurt. I'm hurt because that's one of my joints. Pause. I was looking for your opinion on this. Hey, Rashad, hey, rest up. You definitely got to go watch it on YouTube or whatever. That is my favorite song from them. I still love you, 702. But they said, hot garbage. Mila, no. That was one of my joints. I could feel that song. And I found out years ago that Donnell Jones was the one that penned that song, wrote that song for them or whatever. Not necessarily for them, but wrote the song. Excuse me. And they made it a hit with Mila's phenomenal vocals on the track or whatever. But what she did last night was horrible. Hell, the background singer he had singing part on his song on the sound way better than Mila did from 702. And Mila, please don't get offended. I love your voice. But last night I had an argument. You sounded like crap, girl. Listen, maybe because one passed the reason them can't sing. Nah, man, that's bullshit. If you can sing, you can sing. But people that sing do have off nights and things of that nature. But she was way off. Her GPS was discombobulated. She had no signal on her cell phone. Her car was on less than an eighth of a tank and it was coughing, going up a hill. She was off. She was way off last night, or whatever the case may be. Joe was swooping in the name of love. You hear me? He came through. He had his cane in first, had on his good red attire. You know what I'm talking about? Come through swagged up, giving y'all some of that good Big Phil Speaks coolness, you know what I'm talking about? And he was singing. Matter of fact, he was singing like it was another day at the studio, another day in the park. Like it wasn't about nothing. Now, this is the thing. Donnell Jones did have some hits, does have hits, and some nice songs. However, I think he was outclassed. I think he was outclassed in that showing. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the jewels. Rashad Houston, I appreciate that. I think that Darnell Jones was definitely outclassed. I was saying that I think that he should have went against Avant or somebody, and they should have picked somebody else for Joe. Huh? People really sleep on Joe's capabilities and how much of a singer, not just a singer, but a singer he is, or whatever the case may be. So much so that the R Smelly dude, R Smelly, blackballed Joe back in the days and was telling radio stations, if you play this Bama stuff, y'all not getting no more of my music. And at the time, R Smelly had a machine behind him, or whatever the case may be. Because of all the hits he was producing. Joe is one of them ones. You hear me? Singer. You hear me? R.I.P. to the Grinstead twins of 702. Yeah, the other one passed too, didn't they? Yeah. So age was sounding like that. Shut your ass. Yeah, Joe had too many hits. It was a massacre. And then hold up. Then he brung out. I was like, okay, he gonna hold it down. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna face all the extras that Darnell Jones had and all his songs all by himself, right? And I knew he was gonna play "It's a Big Rich World." Oh, I just come from the poorest part. All that, and guess who come out? Big Fifth. 50 came out with Tony Murder and Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. Listen, they was having at it. The live band helped a lot. He was outperformed like a mug. They listen. I don't know if people didn't watch the Tank and Tyrese verses and really get to understand, like, oh, I got to get in here a day early, or I got to get here so I can get my rehearsal time in, because the ambiance and whoever's running the sound may or may not know what the hell they doing. And these people may not know the cues that I normally like, the levels that I normally like, the effects or reverbs or the delay or certain things that come in at certain times whether I need them or want them or whatever the case may be. Because I think in these situations they get a general dude that runs the boards or whatever the case may be, but they don't get to bring in their own people to kind of maneuver the engineering portion of the situation to make sure they sound crispy and the best that they can. But when you a singer like Joe, it don't matter. He was having that. Did you hear me? But it sound like Joe came to rehearsal. It sound like Joe made the sound check and made sure all levels were leveling. Darnell Jones, unfortunately, Darnell didn't sound like you might have, you know what I'm saying, either had enough of a sound check or that you missed sound check. I don't know. 50 Mike was messed up too, but he still was dope. Did you hear when 50 said, "What you gonna do now, Darnell?" Yeah, 50 a troll to the heart. You hear me? And he looked over there a couple times at I seen it. He was like, "You man, ass knocker now what?" Big Fifth in the building, huh? Look, I was waiting for Kaden to come. You don't want none of this. That's 50 Cent. Look. Damn, it just looked like opener versus headliner. That's a factor-mundo. Nah, Versus did bad with that. They be having legends up there. No excuse for mic problems. You would think, rest of that's a fact. You would think that they wouldn't have none of these issues, especially as big as Versus has gotten and how much of a production it has become with Apple being involved. Of course, Thriller versus the app or whatever the case may be, and other entities being involved. You would think that all of the bells and whistles would be rolled out. All of the stop things will be checked off and make sure that everything is troubleshooted and make sure everything is goody like the mob. However, if the artists don't come through when they supposed to for sound check, that's on them, because that's when the engineer takes note of what levels that his mic should be on. They get a general sense of how loud or how low he's singing or whatever the case may be. If there are any effects that need to be added to his voice or that he prefers or whatever the case may be, all of that. But if you do not come to sound check, and some of them Bamas and Bamarettes be divas And I get there when I get there. I don't need a sound check. They better have my mic right though. But how they gonna have your mic right when you don't show up? You don't show up. Should have been Joe versus Maxwell. But does Maxwell have enough hits though? Maxwell got some super hits, but does Maxwell have enough things that make you go, That's a good thing to think about though, Polo Dolo. Should have been Phil versus Joe. I think I would have hung in there better than Donnell Jones. I think, because I can riff and run too like Joe do. You know what I'm talking about? So I think I would have hung in there just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, who is he giving thee? Yeah, that's me, damn it. Charlie Hustle was goody like the mob, huh? What's goody like the mob? Maxwell doesn't have enough hits. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think Maxwell quite got enough hits, but he got some. The bangers he got are bangers. Pause. But I don't know. Speaking of Joe versus Avant, you think Avant would have did better? The only I don't think Avant got enough hits neither. However, if Avant could have brought out Kiki Wyatt, if Avant could bring out Kiki Wyatt for their 2 songs, OMG. OMG. You hear me? Listen, but speaking of Joe and him, being debonair and all these things, this young lady that mimics these people in these verses or whatever, mimic my boy Joe. Mimicked my boy Joe. I had to laugh at this one. Y'all check this out, huh? Hopefully they don't flag for the footage, but I'm just saying.
Downtown, but I got the master key. Yeah. But I got the master key. Nothing can be sweeter. Nothing can be sweeter than the sound of the
yeah. Listen, why she had to do my boy Joe like that? Look, CBS said Kiki Y, a.k.a. Fertile Myrtle, like a mug. Listen, fellas, you walk past Kiki Y, you better be strapped up. You hear me? Matter of fact, strapped up and walk with your butt facing her or whatever. Pause. No diddy. She's that fertile. Kiki White is that fertile. You better walk backwards towards her, still strapped up. You know what I'm talking about? You about to be the newest baby daddy on the list. You hear me? Avant got hits, but does Avant have enough hits? That's why for Kiki, huh? Look, Hot Shot said, I'm trying to see that light skin thing up on that thing. Yeah, you hear me? Or Joe versus Genuine. Now, vocally, I don't think Genuine got hits. Vocally, I don't think Genuine could possibly see Joe. I don't think Genuine could see Joe vocally. And Genuine got better vocals than people think. Genuine does have better vocals than people think, but I don't think he would want that one. I don't think he would want that smoke. Right. Hey, yo. Hey, I'm just saying, look, you walk backwards, butt facing Kiki White. Pause, fellas. No diddy. Make sure you still strapped up. Matter of fact, get one of them novelty body condoms. The ones that you pause, slip all over your head and then fall down to the floor and still walk backwards, pause, towards Kiki White. Because if not, she about to be knocked izzle. Don't let your hand touch her. Your hand just touch the hem of her garment, like they say biblically. Touch the hem of her garment. She knocked the hell up. Listen, listen, pause, fellas, pause. I'm potent in a mug. My soldiers is marching. Like they going to war, huh? Chronicles of Narnia. I'd stay far away from Kiki Wyatt. You hear me? She ain't gonna get to singing no damn Tennessee whiskey to me. You know what I'm talking about? She is not gonna be singing no damn Tennessee whiskey to me. I'm not having it, huh? Kiki with your fine ass. You won't get me caught up. You won't get Big Phil Speaks on that roster. You hear me? I think Donnell Jones got frustrated too. At one point it did. Sexy Sugar Mama, it did look like he looked a little defeated at one point. He was frustrated. I'll say that. Had the biggest crush on Kiki when that Nothing in This World dropped. Man, listen. I was a Kiki fan way back when they was doing them duets before she eyed her ex-husband, before she hit her ex-husband off in the back, pause, like on in his shoulder, for catching him cheating or whatever the case may be. Music for God too. Good morning, darling. Yeah. Joe got rid of the cane real quick. He said, yeah, I gave y'all the cane look for a second. Now I got to do my thizzle. You hear me? Des indeed. Super. What's upper? Yes, indeed. We in the building. Part of the HR team is here. Listen, hey, Rashad, listen, I got to be careful. Listen, y'all know my saying, I don't want no problems. No problem. Matter of fact, put the whole novelty body condom on pause, tie the end of that joint pause. You know what I'm saying? Put a hazmat suit on top of that pause. You know what I'm saying? Trouble. Thought Joe took that vocally, of course, but in terms of fashion, I don't know what he was wearing. What was wrong with what he had on? The little red outfit. Was that too much red for you, Music for God, too? Was that too much red? Kiki gotta have that good, man. Man, listen, I know what, listen. Between you and I, shh, come here. Y'all know what it is? Y'all know what it is with them vocals she got? With them vocals Kiki got, allegedly, I think it's the vocal box, the throat control that's getting brothers caught up and trapped. I'm just saying, I think the vocal prowess she has is something, and she got the internal version. She got the Gawk 7 million upgrade, the Matrix version right here. So by the time they get to the box, they probably soon get in. And can't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kiki Y. I say that respectfully. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, damn it. Was it 70s night? Why they was dressed like that? Wasn't nothing wrong with what Donnell Jones had on to me. He said, Hasha said he looked like a temptation. I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. Y'all gonna stop playing with my boy Joe like that. Y'all gonna stop playing with him like that, huh? No, the flower shirt was wild, but the ladies loved it though, Rashad. We might not have been on that, but the ladies was on it. That's what he did, what he was supposed to do. Yes, too much red in that frill top. He had no damn frilly top. If it ain't red, it ain't right. Whoop! I'm just listen. Y'all gonna stop playing with Joe like he ain't one of them ones, huh? Like ladies ain't getting moisturized in the nether regions when he get to singing, huh? Because they was open like, Joe. He was dressed like Chi get the yayo. What? Anywho, I'm going to keep it pushing, but I think overall it was a phenomenal night. It definitely, I said, what? Pause. Hey, CBS. Overall, it was a dope night. It was a great night for R&B. I think both of them sung pretty good or whatever the case may be. I still say that Donnell Jones was outclassed, and I don't think it was just the engineering either. That was because the engineering was off. No matter how y'all put it or spin it, the engineering was off for Donnell Jones. I will say that, just as somebody that's that understands music in that capacity. However, I still think he was outclassed. I like the fact that they both did their songs dedicated towards pun and all that. I really rock with that one. But hey, he wasn't singing sound like he was humming. Who, Donnell Jones? Listen. I wonder who they got up next. I wonder who they got coming up next for verses or whatever the case may be. Who would y'all like to see in the verses? Put it in the comments, put it in the chatterization. Who would y'all like to see do a verses? Whether it's rap, whether it's R&B, y'all let me know. Thickness sitting next to him while he was singing didn't even look at him because of that monkey. Damn it. I bet you when she got home, though. I bet you when they got home, though, hot shot. Yeah. You said Joe on that clip. You say you want to see Phil and Imani doing verses? Lord have mercy. Lord, shout out to E or whatever the case may be. Late last night, Flip had a kick or whatever. We was up there going through music or whatever. Queens Flip, for those that are watching that don't know who the hell I'm talking about. We were going through a lot of old school 80s white music or whatever the case may be. And then we ended off in other places and spaces or whatever. But yeah, y'all better stop playing with me like I don't know my music, huh? Yeah, I ain't get this salt and pepper. I ain't get this little, you know what I'm saying, from not being around like tires. Y'all can sleep on old boy all you want, but understand me, is one thing I do know is music, and there's one thing I know better than that is good music. You hear me? Drew Hill versus Jodeci. I think that would be dope. Either Drew Hill versus Jodeci, or how about Drew Hill versus Jagged Edge? Rest up if you don't stop smoking that K2. Talking about Tupac and Biggie. Now, all jokes aside, if we could bring them back, definitely. Who won? I was asleep. Joe massacred the whole Donnell Jones household last night. Miss Piggy Laced, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Zolan, good morning. Phil, you was performing last night? I know. I was chilling. Yeah, Joe Biden. Rest I'm gonna say Trump versus Joe Biden. Damn it, Jim. Rihanna versus Beyonce versus Kelly Rowland versus Janae. Any mixture of those. She's smoking them all. Who? Rihanna smokes them all? I don't think Janae Aiko should go in that in that group. I think Janae Aiko should go against somebody like Kaylani or something. Janae Aiko versus like a Kaylani or somebody in that texture, in that realm of singing or whatever. I want to see Kevin Hart versus Cat Williams, comedy versus. I would have Cat Williams smoking Kevin Hart. I rock with Kevin Hart, but I think Cat Williams would smoke Kevin Hart in a versus. Especially if they joning and roasting. Oh, no. Piggy Lacey was performing in his living room. No, her. Oh, her. I didn't see you say her. Her smokes them all. Okay. Yeah, her is dope. Her is dope as a singer, as an instrumentalist, the whole 9 yards. You right about that one. Brown skin versus light skin best singers. Oh Lord, why we got to colorize the thing? No, Lady Kosanitha. Beyonce versus Janet Jackson. Interesting. At first, I would write it off right away, Dez, but in thinking about it, the amount of hits that Janet Jackson has and the amount of hits that Beyonce have, I think certain parts will be unfair because Beyonce's still moving and stepping 100%. Janet Jackson a little bit seasoned now, so she ain't Rhythm Nation in it like she used to. You feel me? If they'd have caught each other in both of their primes, I don't know. But yeah, Cat definitely winning that one. That's a fact. I want a versus singing only 2 songs, Candy Shop and Amusement Park. Lord have mercy. Or her versus Alicia Keys. I think her will murder Alicia Keys vocally. I'm sorry to say that. That would be dope. That they always saying our skin do it better. Man, please. It ain't about the tone of the skin. It's about what you can do with your talents, your gifts, and your anointings. Pause. No Diddy. Janet wins. I don't like Beyonce. I think she's highly overrated, in my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. Listen, Rest Up trying to get hate mail by the Beehive. Rest Up is trying to get hate mail from the Beehive. I'm tired. I'm tired of these whack ass verses. Man, the verse last night wasn't whack though. Hold on. Let me get a consensus. Do y'all feel like the verses last night was whack? Just because one person won and the other one didn't, do y'all feel like it was whack or do y'all feel like it was a good night? Y'all put something down in the comments and let me know. Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if her assets are in order. Good morning. Yes, definitely gets Alicia out of there vocally. Just got the instrument element. I don't know because her plays the keys too. Her plays the guitar. Her plays the keys. I don't know. We see Alicia Keys playing the keys all the time. We don't really get to taste pause. We don't really get to see her playing them keys like that. You said I was really I was turned that shit. That's hate, Piggy Lace. What you was expecting? Zolan think it was good, and she's Piggy Lace said, and I like R&B. It was pretty good overall. They should have a smoke versus. If you don't sit your high ass down there somewhere, damn it, Jim. I want to see Alicia Keys, though. I love her. Now, Alicia Keys would make for a good night. I think she would. The thoughts of Rest Up is his alone. Beehive, please don't take Phil's page. That's a fact of Mundo. Leave me alone. I don't want no problem. I don't want no. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Piano and vocals versus piano and vocals. I got you. Hot Shot. I got you. I saw Alicia in real life. She's like that. Y'all, I'm not taking nothing from Alicia Keys. She's a dope performer. Dead sprayed against Reefer. Damn it, Jim. Listen, I hope that the next one is dope, just like this one was, and has a good energy, because they had good energy. Even though you could tell that Donnell Jones got flustered at one point, because it was like, damn, I just got to go on and I'm here. I got to go ahead and just get through this damn thing. Forgive me. Excuse me. But I'm going to move on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to move on with the move on. This next situation hails out of LSU. I seen an extended clip of this situation, and I think it was some kind of sorority thing. I don't know. But whoever thought this bullshit up need to get kicked off campus. They need their homegirls to smack them upside the head, because the audacity of this girl to be walking through this college, this university, with a black doll baby with a rope around his neck. Y'all check this out, huh? Trigger warning, man. That was a quick clip, but y'all get the gist of it. And that second last part looked like she was walking with a sister, too. Looked like she was walking with a sister. There ain't nothing cool about that. I don't give a damn if it was hazing, if it was done for her to get into a sorority. I don't give a damn what the reason or purpose was. There is no excusable, plausible reason why that would be okay. Never. 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 Some of the sisters on that campus should have went oops upside her head. Oops upside her head. Is they serious? Yeah, exactly. Phil, we got an op. Who is we? If we got an op, what you mean? I ain't got no damn ops. I'm chilling. Listen. Who thought that was kosher? Who thought that was the proper thing to do? Who thought, if it was about content, who thought that was safe content to do, proper content to do, and appropriate content to do? LSU. down in Louisiana, down in LSU. Angie, what's goody like the mob? Good to see you in here. Happy Friday. Yeah, gonna try to put me in the middle of y'all bullshittery. Leave me alone. Yeah, LSU campus. That's a fact of mundo. Like, man, like get that. And to my knowledge, we have yet to hear anything from the university to see what actions they have taken against that young lady or whatever the case may be, because something need to be done ASAP like Rocky. Something. Or if not, they need to turn up and turn out, because that's some bullshittery there, especially with the uptick of people coming up hanging from trees and places and spaces or whatever the case may be. What the hell was you thinking? And if that's your sentiment or where you are mentally, then you need to deal with whatever come behind that. You hear me? Deal with whatever come behind that. Not too much on the South. A whole lot on the South. Rest up. Should nobody at LSU be cool with that? Should nobody at LSU be copacetic? Like I said, if by chance that was some kind of sorority hazing or initiation type bull crap, man, ain't nothing. No. The sorority need to get sanctioned and dealt with, and whoever put her up to doing it should be in trouble just as well as the dumbass girl that did that. Excuse my English. Excuse me, pardon me. But I think that's atrocious. You hear me? A daggone shame on LSU. Wonder what administrations are. That's what I'm saying. We have yet to hear their response to this bullshittery. The South, don't get me started. What I'm saying is this. In a day and time like we living in now, with all these things going on, Carmelo Anthony, we're going to get to that in a little bit, Nolan Wells in that situation, and the various other individuals that we've heard about and the ones that we haven't heard about, and all the lives, male and females, older and younger, that we've been hearing about with these hangings, that they're closing the books real fast, saying that they're suicides or whatever the case may be. We got to make it make sense. Shaquille O'Neal might speak about it. He better. He should. They tried that in my city. We brought them chairs out. We don't play. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Rest up. Listen, sometimes we got to put boots on ground, and sometimes we got to put boots in ass. You hear me? Sometimes we got to put boots on the ground, and sometimes we got to put boots in ass. You know what I'm saying? To make it known, like, yeah, don't F around and find out. Don't FAFO. Don't F around and find out. You was the one swimming. Yeah, whatever, rest up. You tried it. Anyway, I'm going to keep it pushing, but that pissed me off. I'm going to take a different turn for a second. This next video shows of a man that's trying to back into a parking space. This lady was trying to keep the parking space for her husband, who wasn't even on the scene at the time, with his vehicle. And she was trying to hold this parking space down. Now, I imagine as he started backing up, she moved in front of the car, because that's in behind the car, because that's where the video starts off, or whatever the case may be. But they say he who has the last laugh laughs best. Y'all gonna pay attention to this real quick. It ain't gonna take long, huh? Good morning, gang. Morning.
Watch carefully. This woman wanted to reserve a parking space for her husband, though her husband has not even arrived yet. But what happened next shocked everyone. It was a normal day. A man in a blue car arrives and wants to park in this empty space. But this woman is standing right in the middle of it. He tries to talk to her. He tells her to please move. He wants to park, but the woman refuses. She's telling him no, she's saving this space for her husband and nobody else can park there. Most people would start arguing, start shouting. But this man didn't argue further. He just smiled, positioned his car in a perfect way in front of the space. And then he did something nobody expected. He opened his door and just left. He started walking away like he had given up. And the woman thought, yes, I've got him. She actually won. She even starts following him, trying to tell him to at least move his car forward a little so the space will be free for her husband. But before she could even finish talking, look at the car. Without anyone inside, the blue car starts moving by itself. It's reversing slowly, perfectly, straight back into the exact spot she was holding. This car has auto parking. It doesn't need a driver inside. The man had already activated it and left it to do its job. And just like that, the woman lost the battle. She was standing there holding a space that technology just took in style.
Bama probably was laughing his ass all the way to the market or to his job or wherever he was going. And she said, yeah, I got him. He leaving. No, hold up. Move your car out the way. Move your car. He said, I got you. Wait a minute. And that gentleman just start backing up like Knight Rider. For those that remember the car Knight Rider, listen, technology is a son of a bitch. Listen, sometimes in moments like that, they come in handy. You hear me? Sometimes it comes in handy. Pause, fellas. No diddy. Thank you for the jewels, crack baby, trick baby. I appreciate you. That hat signal set it off. Right. Damage him. He definitely a Cancer like me, not too much. Hold up, pause. That could be a good thing, but come back to a broken window, flat tire, scratch up, anger will get the best of people. True. Smart car indeed. Facto mundo. And listen, y'all think y'all got the bells and whistles on these cars here in the U.S. or whatever the case may be. I hate to say it, but them Chinese and the cars that they've created, they giving up a way more bang for their buck in their vehicles and a lot more amenities in their vehicles. I seen a truck that looked like it was a Maybach truck or whatever the case may be with the reclining back seats and the screens that come down and all the things customary. Like you ain't had to add the extras. I was like, and this was an electric vehicle. I said, God damn it. I'm like, she. I'm like, yeah, I need to go on over there and give me one. Well played, definitely was. I'm like, the Asians is a step ahead when it come to that. When it come to that, us them vehicles or whatever the case may be, y'all on them Teslas. I'd be on I forget the brand that they got over there, but that thing is like that, huh? I like that. But I'm gonna keep it pushing though. But oh well, husbands should have been on the scene. Husbands on, and I've seen stuff like that where they feel like they just gonna hold a spot down for however long, not in a reasonable amount of time, but for a good while, thinking that that's supposed to be kosher, and think that you're supposed to, you got it. Like, okay, husband ain't here in 5 minutes, time for you to move your ass out this space. It's time for you to go on, especially if the parking lot is heavy or full too. Get your ass on out of there. Technology period, they smoking our boots, man. Man, listen. That's why I'm a stickler and I keep staying on the topic of our kids being educated better. Because how we gonna compete? How they gonna compete? You feel me? Man, time one of those shit go bad, it's over. Spending bread more. Listen. Have at it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep pushing. Shout out to The Game, who had the last verses, him versus YG. The Game put the lightweight press on AB. Salute to AB. AB, I'm praying for you, my brother. I know I've said certain things and cracked a couple jokes, but I'm praying for your deliverance and your full healing or whatever you're dealing with that's causing you to repetitively run back to that bottle, my brother, and anything else that you're doing. I pray for your deliverance. But however, in this situation here, The Game put the press on him for how he talked to Brandy and made him friendly, made him apologize to Brandy and to their mother. Y'all check this out, huh? Game. Whoa.
Hey, no, not only do I need to
brother.
I see you. You let a nigga come on here and talk to Ray J crazy. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I watched it. I'm an AB fan. Yeah, you did. I watched it. And you was leaning on the refrigerator and you sat there. And you did that.
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, you did. You was on the refrigerator watching the whole thing.
I never knew what was going on.
I just that was I never watched
Listen, as brothers.
Then you disrespected Ray J calling Brandy's brother right there with Brandy walking in.
I wouldn't disrespect. Brandy's little brother.
I know, but did you ask him how he felt about it? Did you ask somebody to talk about it? Who? Ray J. What if that hurt his feelings?
You know what? They probably wouldn't know that.
At the end of the day, he a grown man. He don't want to be. He is Brandy's little brother, but maybe he don't want to be.
All right. Again,
Come on.
I want to apologize again. I'm sorry to Brandy. Sorry to Ray J. I didn't mean it like that.
Hey, one more. They sorry to my mama because she thought she hurt Ray J feelings. My mama. She watched the stream. Her name, Miss Lynette.
My bad.
Sorry
Not
to
to Brandy and
Miss
them mother, to
Lynette.
his mama.
Because she thought.
He had, I apologize. I said to Ray J and Brandy and their mom, no, the game had that man apologize after apologizing to Brandy. And you can see AB was frustrated, but he ain't put that frustration out on Game and them. He put it into the camera. But Game had that man apologize to his mama. Why you at it? I need one more. Damn it, Jim. Oh, shiggity. The crazy part is our infrastructure is AI tech heavy, but China winning that by miles. Yeah, he said, "Yeah, you did." That alcohol is something else. That's a fact. The Mundo Creole cupcake. Good morning to ye. AB is a hot ass mess. I'm praying that he get it together though. Whispering into a hot mic is crazy. You hear me? Game know what he was doing. Game was. Like, okay, I could put hands on you, but I ain't gonna put hands on you. And yeah, AB is a boxer, but a lot of people don't care about that because you's a boxer, especially dudes that's outside and used to using their hands. A lot of people ain't worried about that. They not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Some people are fearful and scary individuals that box or whatever the case may be. And in some instances, you damn well should be. But in some instances, some people ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't stunting that. I don't like his alcoholism. Never a legend, always had mouth, and he lost it, and he's held really bad. He had no friends for real because they laugh at him. Yeah, and that's the sad part right there. That's the sad part. I don't think he pressed him in a bad way. He talked to him in a nice way. He friendly pressed him. Hey, Des, he friendly pressed him with a smile on his face. Yeah, I'm going to need that up off you. You get it, right? Yeah, I'm going to need you, yeah, man to man. I'm going to need you to go ahead and apologize to Bray with a smile on his face the whole time. Drunk as a skunk. That's a fact. AB will beat the sleeves off. You think so, Hot Shot? In his current condition or in his heyday, Hot Shot? In his current condition or in his heyday? Because at the end of the day, Game is of a certain height and got a certain reach. I don't know. I don't know how fast AB's reflexes are in this day and time. I don't know. He looks crazy and sounds even crazier. AB got to polish up. That drink took him up. Yeah, he got to. He definitely. You seen Game? I seen one. Damn it, Jim. You got me with that line. I don't know what to say about that one. Damn it, Jim. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure I got the right Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready. I'm ready. Speaking of all the things that we've been paying attention to and watching with certain cases with this young girl at LSU and all the things of that, I know I had muted it. I had muted it, Angie. I had muted it. There's a difference in boxing and fighting. I don't think AB could beat him in fighting, but maybe in boxing. John Arch was good. Nope, AB is still a former champion boxer. Only advantage game would have had was because AB was drunk. I respect that, John. I respect that. Welcome to the situation. I respect that. I respect that. But as I was saying, in this current climate where a lot of things are going on or whatever the case may be, and Karens and Kens and their entitlement and the things that they think that they're supposed to be able to do, this next clip is bugged the hell out. I don't know what this girl was thinking. I don't know what the hell she, man, I'm gonna let y'all watch it. I ain't gonna say no more. We gonna talk about it though. This young girl here.
I was very angry. And so that kind of, when I get angry, it kind of blinds, like my brain goes blank when it comes to like what I'm about to do. I remember doing it, and I know that I did it, but at that moment in time, it was kind of just like, I didn't really know what I was doing until I did it.
You really felt like, you just really didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
And
seeing what they were doing to him and nobody stopping it, that kind of made me like the last choice of, okay, somebody has to stop this.
Animals love their child or family, yet feel no empathy when your child or family gets hurt or murdered. They're not heartless, they're just animals. Xenoapathetic, lack of empathy towards anyone different than them. Don't look down on animals. Look how far they've come genetically. Aw, you learn how to walk upright and using your opposable thumb. Aw, you learn how to bathe and use soap so you don't smell like a wet dog 24/7. Aw. Next, you can learn empathy for your fellow woman and man. You new Homo sapien, you. Ibrahim Al-Sim, TikTok, Instagram, Fuel for the Body. I just spoke this at the university. You want me to speak at yours? DM me also. If you want my chef as to cook for you, I'll speak life to you about self-love, hidden history, healing techniques.
Sorry about that. He was like, "Oh, hey, Slim, I get the jokes. I get what you was trying to say, but the oh was a little zestfully clean. You hear me? Zestfully clean. Yeah, and his voice. Yeah, clearly an animal who loved the animal might not love you, but when we was born, we learned how to wash our ass so we can learn how to not smell bad. If you don't shut your damn ass, the only midnight tapping in from Kick was good. He liked about. Oh, yeah. That voice was something else. Oh, what the hell these people be thinking, boy? It be too easy. The jokes is too easy. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, I'm moving the whip around to Carmelo Anthony. I'm maneuvering the V around to the Carmelo Anthony. By now, y'all know that the Judge John Roach was recused from the situation, and today will be day 2 of the hearing to see whether or not that young brother Carmelo Anthony can get a retrial, a new trial, or whatever the case may be. This situation here has sparked a lot of people showing up and showing out for the cause of having that young man's back. Well, Fox News was reporting on this situation, and one of the people that was out there to support Carmelo Anthony was not having it and wanted to let Fox News in the live broadcast just what he thought about them. Y'all check this out. Damn it, Jim.
He said that there was an overflow for the actual trial. I'll have to send this back to you right now, Russian.
He was like, stop lying. Stop lying. Matter of fact, F y'all. Listen, thank you for the jewels, for the gifts. I appreciate it. Listen, that bad. Pause, rest of it. that dude there, boy, I was like, what the hell is going on? You hear me? While the Fox News reporter was live and direct, as King Erner would say, on the live or whatever the case may be. Thank you for the follow over on Kick Rashad. I appreciate that. Salute. Salute. I got a couple, what you call it over there. Y'all talk about? Listen, he was having at it. Listen, and rightfully so, given some of the footage that Fox has been putting out there, them Bammers, he should have got at him like he's supposed to. You hear me? But listen, I'm gonna keep it pushing and go further into detail and depth with the situation or whatever the case may be. This gentleman's breakdown of the things that took place in the courtroom in regards to the first day of the motion for a new trial for Carmelo Anthony, and this brother's breakdown of it, it's about 5 minutes or whatever the case may be. So get your coffee, your tree, your bonbons, whatever you need or whatever. But it's a good listen. Y'all pay attention and listen, huh? Big Phil Speaks, GMG, the Good Morning Gang, huh?
I remember when I said that the Carmelo Anthony case was a prime example of the politics of white supremacy at play in the United States of America. Do y'all remember when his father went on a racist rant when he was upset, apparently grieving about the death of his son? And then people try to justify that he was just a grieving father and he was hurt. Well, violence begets violence, and the racism begets racism, and the apple does not fall too far from the tree. Well, how was it the politics of white supremacy? Because Carmelo Anthony's first attorney railroaded him, literally fed him to the wolves. The prosecution and the defense entered into what's called a gentleman's agreement to not bring up the past of both Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony. Any character references or evidence was withheld from the jury, including the Metcalf's arrests for racist graffiti as juveniles. But wait, there's more. There are many more incidents of Austin and Hunter Metcalf showing the world that they were bullies, and they were racist bullies at that. One incident involved a verbal altercation with another player. In another incident, Austin was suspended after he and another student discussed bringing a gun to school the following day. A third incident in December 2021 involved Austin being banned from attending basketball games after he directed profanity at players during a girls' game. And of course, in good old white Christian nationalist fashion, according to the attorneys, Austin was made to go to church group about being consumed by anger, lust, and addiction in December of 2024. Separate evidence presented to the judge included messages from another football player saying that Austin and Hunter needed to control their emotions, and Austin responded with the obscene sexual remark. But wait, there's more. A video from March 2022 was presented to the judge, taken from Austin's phone and showing him laughing and filming a black student who told him to stop. Austin then hit the student in the face. Another video taken from Austin's phone in March 2022 showed a black student eating a banana. A November 2023 video from Austin's phone was presented showing Austin hitting a student sitting next to him in class on the back of the head. Other videos showed Austin fighting another kid while wearing boxing gloves and bear fight fisting someone in his room while another person counted down. They showed another video from Austin's phone taken in January of 2023. It showed Austin's cheering on his friend as he tackled and chased a black boy around a house and called him racist names. A separate video showed Austin choking another kid in the weight room. Other character trait evidence presented to the judge showed Austin using racial slurs and holding a butterfly knife while swearing at another student and telling him to come F with me now. It was also reported that Carmelo Anthony once saw Austin and Hunter get into a fight with a kid at a basketball game and could describe knowing that at least one of the Metcalf twins was aggressive and prone to starting fights, which would explain why he was in fear for his life. But there's more. Attorneys for Carmelo Anthony told the court that in May 2018, Austin and Hunter Metcalf bullied and assaulted a female classmate when they were 10 years old and were subsequently arrested for assault. According to attorneys, the girl accidentally touched Austin in the face, angering him, and he forcefully shoved the girl using both hands. The girl was taken to the hospital with bruises and pain in her shoulders. Protect the youth, right? Protect the women, right? These are the good Christian values that the Metcalf father was teaching them. But wait, there's more. Attorneys also told the court that another female student claimed that the twins assaulted her in May of 2024. Text messages between the twins were presented to the court in which they discussed getting kicked out of a football game for wanting to beat up kids and talking crazy, quote unquote. Do y'all remember when Hunter Metcalf said in that interview that Carmelo Anthony was talking crazy? Well, imagine that. But wait, there's more. Defense attorney said that Austin bullied a black student in class in October 2023 used racial slurs. The teacher sent an email saying that the football players were using racist language in class, and Austin bragged about how the coaches would not do anything to him because he was a varsity starter. So he thought he was untouchable and invincible. A separate potential evidentiary item from the defense stated that Hunter threatened to hit cheerleaders, who in turn said they were afraid of both Hunter and Austin. Attorneys mentioned an incident where the parents of multiple cheerleaders emailed school leaders about violent threats made by Hunter at a Raising Cane's restaurant, where Hunter called a cheerleader a derogatory name and said his hands were bisexual, meaning that he would hit both guys and girls. Multiple other items relating to Hunter's violent behavior were presented to the judge, including in March 2025, Hunter being put on a stay-away plan from another student, and in January 2022, Hunter starting a fight with a member of an opposing team. There were reports from teachers saying that Hunter lacked self-control, that his aggression was at the cusp of becoming physical. Additional reports stated that in 2022, Hunter was suspended from school twice since his last review, once for profanity toward a teacher and once for posturing a fight. Hunter's disciplinary records from February 2022 to December 2024 showed 6 occurrences during which he told a teacher to shut up or he used profanity. But according to the white people in this country, the Christian nationalists, and the court of public opinion, they were just good Christian boys. The audacity to say Carmelo Anthony was not in fear for his life. People have the audacity to say that the politics of white supremacy and systemic racism isn't real. This is what getting railroaded looks like. This is what the politics of white supremacy and white privilege looks like. Black teenage boys are rarely given a fair shake, if ever, and definitely not given the presumption of innocence or the benefit of the doubt. Justice for Carmelo Anthony.
Justice for Carmelo Anthony. Say he talked faster than Jazz. Shout out to Jazz. Listen, so long, prayerfully so. You feel me? Back Woody, I see you in the building, huh? Listen, there's a lot going on. There's been a lot uncovered. That man gave a good breakdown, but there's even more to the situation as to why Carmelo Anthony did not testify on his whole behalf, and the whole nine. The fix was definitely in. One of his lawyers testified, got on the stand yesterday, was on the stand for 4 hours yesterday. The other one, Toby Shook, the same one that's representing Yella Beezy, or whatever the case may be, will be on the stand today. It should be starting soon. They should be going in there soon. Probably around about the time I get off here, because they're an hour behind me. It's 9:13 here, so it's 8:13 there. So probably about an hour or so after I stop the morning show, things will be kicking up and kicking into full gear over there, down there in Texas, in Collin County, or whatever the case may be. But man, Hasha said, now he getting bullied in hell. You feel me? Young Only Midnight says, so he's known for beating up 10-year-olds. Man, listen, Phil, I know you seen that comment. If the language, no. I wasn't gonna put it up while I was doing the footage or whatever. I just put it up a second ago. Hot shot. You good? You ain't say too much on that one. Sometimes if something's too much said, I might read it or read part of it, or I might skip past it. No disrespect to nobody, but just for censorship's sake and all that, I might not put it up on the But yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on with that situation, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all continue, for those that know how to pray, say prayers for that young man. Hopefully this judge, who seems to be about business, impartial through and through, has seen through the bullshittery in what he's heard thus far, and whatever he hears today. They tried to go back and say something about Carmelo's past history or whatever the case may be, talk about some stalking allegations, but the girl that they say he was stalking was in the front row with Carmelo's mother at the hearing. Make that make sense, right? They always trying to throw monkey wrenches in the game. I just know I use certain words, but you don't. No, it's all good. It's all good, brother. It's all good. But yeah, They trying to justify that to combat all the bullshittery that this brother had in his past. If that was my past, I don't care if it was a stalking allegation. I'd have like have at it. Let it come in. Let it come in. Because some lawyers say that might make it harder for your case, but man, please. If I did stalk somebody, they ain't got nothing to do with them putting their hands on me and nothing to do with their racial and racist history and all the things that they done. Have at it. I'll get on the stand and say what it was or what it wasn't. You hear me? Have at it. But yeah, y'all stay prayed up when it comes to that situation or whatever the case may be, because that could be your son, that could be your little bro or your big brother, that could be your cousin, your nephew. You hear me? Your grandbaby facing something like that. Don't wait till it hits your doorstep, ladies and gentlemen. Don't wait until it hits your doorstep to want to be vigilant or be involved or, you know, take action or feel some kind of remorse or feel some empathy or feel some anger and fed upness to the bullshiggery, huh? With that being said, I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm going to keep it pushing from that though, right? Shout out to Carmelo Anthony. You keep your head up. They said before when he came in the court, his head was down. This time around with the hearings, he came up with his head up high. You know what I'm saying? Carmelo Anthony, somebody get this to you now, then, or later. Keep your head up, young man. We riding with you, huh? Especially Big Phil Speaks is riding with you. You feel me? That part, huh? But I'm going to keep it pushing. This next video, the audacity of some people and law enforcement at that, huh? To force their way in this lady's house and to tell her what she better do in regards to a possible shooting, not in her house, not outside her house, but something that her ring camera might have picked up some things on or whatever the case may be. They could have subpoenaed the situation and got access to it. But the bullshiggery they did, to me, was very unlawful. Y'all pay attention to this, would you?
And show me that it's not working and I'll leave you alone. Otherwise, I'm ripping it off the wall and writing a search warrant, and I'm going to keep you up all night.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Have you ever seen if we can see a ring camera, if you can see like the suspect? You have access to the ring camera?
My job is with
Huh?
you.
What do you mean it's dead? It's working? What? Okay. Well, it's working. I don't think it's 100%.
Listen to me. Listen to me. You pull it up and show me that it's not working and I'll leave you alone. Otherwise, I'm ripping it off the wall and writing a search warrant, and I'm going to keep you up all night.
How you going to rip my stuff and I have nothing to do with it?
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Keep on your back. You're now being detained because you're not cooperating with an investigation.
My baby is in there.
Stop. You had an opportunity. And this is where we're at. You're delaying my investigation.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
You had the opportunity to just pull up your phone and show me that it didn't work.
I could have said you didn't ask for that.
I did.
You never asked.
I heard it up on the staircase, and I heard it over there. I heard her ask you.
Sir, she did not ask me to go pull my phone.
Yes,
You could pull it up. That's what
And what'd you say? You said I'm not doing that.
No, I did not. I said it's dead, which it is dead. It's been dead since this morning.
It's recording us right
I'm
now.
not recording. I promise you. My phone is in my
There's like a 5-year-old girl that almost died right there, and you're going to act like this, like
I
you
don't know what's
don't
going on, but I'm asleep. It's 3 in the morning. I gotta go to work at 6 in the morning.
Well, here's what's going
Now
on.
you're going to be up until 6. I guarantee you.
We begin with the breaking news first alert surrounding a story you saw first on WITN. We have learned that a Greenville police officer has been placed on administrative leave.
Hill says officers detained her and held her phone up to her face to unlock it and then searched through her phone for the footage.
I know what's going on. I was waking up out of my sleep to this. So it's just like, why are y'all looking at me as if I'm part of whatever's going on?
Now, first and foremost, there was no search warrant. That's the first get the hell off my front, away from my front door. Some people will be like, why don't you just show them? Maybe she don't want to be involved with it because she don't want somebody coming in her door, shooting her house up or whatever the case may be. 2, they came into her house without a search warrant. They came in. They didn't have the right to do such. She wasn't a criminal. She wasn't a suspect in the shooting. They weren't investigating whether she was involved with it or not. They wanted to see ring footage, which they could have went and got a warrant for and got the footage, and they wouldn't even have to come back to her door to get it. They could have got it directly from Ring. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. But it goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, why you don't just go opening your door even for the police. CLBCY was goody like the mob. That's why you don't just open your door for them either. For them either, because they usurping your rights, taking your rights away from you. So what? So what? I don't want to show you my phone. I don't have to. Now, if you want to subpoena it, go get your go get a warrant. And the officer effed up because on camera she said it. She said, I'm going to rip your thing down, which is destruction of property, threat of destruction of property. Then I'm going to get a warrant. And then I'm going to keep you up all night. Man, sue the hell out of their ass. You hear me? Sue the hell out of their ass. What you mean you gonna make me do something? I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got to tell you nothing or cooperate with nothing. And I'm not impeding with your investigation because you could have took your mayonnaise ass back to your and got a digital search warrant for Ring, the company, and got the footage directly from their servers. You ain't even had to knock on my door no more. Make that make sense. No warrant not getting in. That's a fact. And that's basically what the lady was saying. And that officer, that female officer, disregarded that. Let them come back with a warrant. That's it. Let them come back with a warrant. That's a fact of mundo. You don't just because they try to threaten you don't mean that they have the right to do so. Just because they threaten you with this, that, and third, whether locking you up, detaining you, coming in your house or searching you and all, you don't have to give up your rights. And the whole time that even if they're going beyond what they're supposed to lawfully do, you keep asserting your rights and make sure it's on record, either by way of you filming, somebody else filming, or through their body cams, so that when you go to file that complaint and or lawsuit, that it's on record that you asserted your rights and kept asserting your rights, or whatever the case may be. Who the hell do they think they are? That they think they got the authority and all overarching power to disregard your rights, huh? She has everything on her ring now. She can smile at all the way to the bank. That's a fact of mundo, and she should. Listen, that female cop needs to be fired. She's too aggressive. Yeah, with her mayonnaise butch self. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is what's going to happen. I'd have slammed the door in her face. Go get the damn warrant. I would have slammed but I knew something because the first officer that came looked like he had his foot up in the doorway. The first officer, before he walked away, I wouldn't have opened the door back up. I would have answered through the ring and be like, I'm sorry, I'm not getting involved with this. Y'all need to go go get the paperwork and file it with Ring, and you can have access to the footage. That's it. Gonna tell me what I need to do. You need to get the hell off my front and SMD all the way back to your squad car. You hear me? SMD all the way back to your squad car and go about your business. I'd have woke all my neighbors up slamming my door. DC Mumbo Sauce, what's goody like the mob, Frank Murphy. I'd have let that joint ring out. I'd have hurt their eardrums the way I'd have made that door ring off. Now the problem is, I probably would have woke my 5-year-old baby. I think she had a 5-year-old child. Would have woke my child because I'd have like, what? Oh yeah, okay, hold on for a second. And they'd have knocked on the door. I'd have been like, SMD, now get your Bama ass away from me. Listen, I'd have been singing all the way, and then man, listen. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to be disrespectful, but at the same time, know your rights. Know your rights and don't relinquish your rights. You can do it in a respectful manner or in a straightforward, to the point manner, to whereas if they violate your rights still, you have asserted them, because if you don't assert your rights, it's up for interpretation and the judge may side with you or side against you because you didn't assert your rights, or whatever the case may be. A lawyer may not be able to defend that in a civil proceeding and or criminal proceeding. But if you assert your rights and they usurp that right or go around that right unlawfully and illegally, then that's their ass or whatever the case may be. So make sure you learn your rights and you assert your rights. No, I don't consent for search of my person nor my vehicle. Now, if they go beyond that and do that anyway, they in violation if they don't lawfully have the right or the reason to do so. But you make sure you tell them, I do not consent to search and seizure. Am I being detained? Am I being detained? If they say no, well, okay, pardon my back. I'm out of here. No, you got to continue to talk to us. No, the hell I don't. Am I being detained? And if they switch up and just say, yeah, well, now you're being detained. Okay, I'm detained. What? I don't talk to you. I need an attorney present before I speak to you. How about that? And see where they go with that one. Then she was telling them she had kids in there. Those cops didn't want what was really happening to be seen. They were probably caught in the wrong and the ring captured it. Probably, shit. Huh? That part. And even the little chubby bastard in the back, the officer in the back, said, I heard it too. And I was at the bottom and stuff. Your ass need to be put on desk duty too. Shut your bam ass up. Co-signing effery. Stop it. Stop it. Huh? I'm gonna keep it pushing. I get a little bit because I don't like bullying and I don't care if it's somebody with a badge or just somebody, a regular citizen. That's crazy, or whatever the case may be. This next tidbit is for the individuals that might still be outside, young or old or in between or whatever the case may be. But it's definitely a message for our youth. It's definitely a message for our youth from somebody that's dealing with the consequences of their actions in real time or whatever the case may be. And I need y'all to understand, young Padawans, young fellas, young ladies, that the outside ain't that. The outside ain't what they making it up to be, and you're gonna end up inside like this fella here. Y'all pay attention, huh?
Hey, young boy, this ain't it. This shit is not it. Last video thought I was glorifying this shit. Let me give y'all a little different side. The side where you leave your mom, your daughter, your son, your grandma. 3 years ago, I lost my pop in this shit. Chapman come to my door. Yo, your pop died. Shit crushed me. Couldn't go to the funeral. This ain't it. You glorify the wrong shit. This niggas in this joint ain't got nothing. This niggas in here who locker look like this. Nothing. No cosmetics. Probably a good nigga. That shit don't matter in here. This shit ain't it. Niggas gotta eat child. You know what we had for dinner today? A turkey sandwich, an apple, and a juice pack. Shit ain't it, little bro. 33 years old. I did 15 years of this shit since I was 18 years old. This ain't it. Sully been in here over 20 years.
Hey, yo, bro, man, I be telling my young boys that all the time. I just feel like they don't want to listen, yo.
It ain't that they don't want to listen, bro. It's they don't know. We glorify the wrong shit. Them niggas that was motherfucking going to school, working, we think them niggas was weirdos. I used to think them niggas was weirdos. I want to be cool. Led me to this. This shit ain't it, bro. I'm telling you. Your man that you doing all that shit with, you calling him now, he don't answer. Your bitch. Yeah, it might be hard in the beginning. She gonna leave, bro. I'm telling you, this shit ain't it, little bro. This shit degrading. They got COs there. They tell you strip search, ass niggas, squat and cough. No, spread them shit, squat and cough, and they loving it, taking your dignity. This ain't it, little bro. I'm telling you, go to school, play ball. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with not being about that shit. I'm saying they think I'm burnt out now. Oh, you figured it out? No, I figured it out now because I crashed. I know you gonna crash going down that road. It's alright to be not about that gun shit. It's alright. That's the thing. Like, niggas don't know how to think that shit is alright. It's alright. This ain't it, bro. This shit gonna lead you right to this shit, bro. Real shit. This is not it.
Word to the wise. Listen to those that have traveled the roads in which you esteem to go down, or whatever the case may be. It ain't about glorifying where we've been and what we've been through and the things we did and the mistakes we made and or the achievements that we made on the wrong side of the track. It's about letting you know, young Padawans, little ones, young ones, don't walk in my full footsteps, walk around my footsteps and go another direction. You hear me? Don't make the same mistakes I made or that he made or she made or whatever the case may be. Learn, glean from what we where we went wrong and what we was doing and do something different with your life so you don't have to go through the turmoil or find out the hard way. End up in these courts where they trying to send you up the river anyway. End up in a situation where you in the hospital end up with a shit bag or whatever the case may be because you got the bad end of a altercation, or even worse, you end up in a casket and your family's on that front row crying their hearts out, missing you, mourning you because you're not around no longer. I know a lot of us fantasize about this, that, and the third, especially with these social media outlets. Some of us want to glorify our heydays or whatever the case may be, trying to relive the moment or whatever the case may be. Now, memories are memories, and some of them can be fond, but in no way, shape, or form, whenever I talk about outside activities and the things that I involved myself in, do I glorify any of that. I know the part I played in the things that I do and have done. I know the damage that I've caused personally. I can't speak for nobody else and what they did or didn't do, the damages that I've caused. And now I'm on a journey to where if I can't repair those damages, that I can make sure other people in other areas and other things don't get damaged, or they learn how to deal with things so they can repair the damage before it gets too far gone. And I'm not wrong for that. A lot of people look at it like the youngins are too far gone. They too lost. They too this, that, and the third. Some of y'all was lost as youth too. Some of y'all were out here doing a lot of things, men and women. Shit that you ain't proud of, or that you don't want your children to know you did, or grandkids, or whatever the case may be. Or you have arrived and overcame and you on another page of your life and you want to forget about those things. No, don't forget about them. Don't forget about none of those things. Because they are part of what has made you today. But utilize that, your experience and your overcoming, to talk to the youngins first in your household, and then, in your neighborhood, and then maybe use these social media outlets to talk to them in such a way that you ain't talking down on them, but you're talking to them. And they can get and they understand, oh, this brother or this sister, she done been there. They real recognize real. They know when you faking and when you just talking out the side of your neck, or if you really been through something or been around something. People can tell. Even your haters and detractors that want to say otherwise, inside their heart and minds and souls, they know when it's real and when it's not. No matter what they verbalize or text or whatever the case may be. And these youngins, they looking for something. They looking for somebody to love on them, to give them direction, to give them counsel. Not to so much chastise them or look down on them or look at them like they little ones or less than, but to actually say, listen, I'm going to give you the information. What you do with it, that's on you. But it's my job to at least give you the information so that you know. And I'm not just talking out as somebody that's, foreign to the lifestyle, but I've been there, done that, got charged for this, did this and did that. You can ask this person, you can da-da-da-da. And I'm not coming to you in judgment. I'm just saying I see the direction in which you're going. And I also see something else on you to see that life could be different from you if you just take this pivot right here. That if you say, hold up and take some of this money you already made and move it and put it into this, that you don't get caught up in gang culture or drug culture or hip hop culture or social media culture or any of the culture isms, the negative aspects of them, that you lose yourself and then lose your freedom and or lose your life. Some people are afraid to speak to the youth. They don't listen. They don't want to listen. It's your job to spread knowledge. Any knowledge, information that you have is your job. That's one of your duties. One of your purposes in this life is to pass it along. Once you have spoken it or given it out or whatever the case may be, that burden is off of you. It's on the person that needs to be receptive. And sometimes you got to go the extra mile or maybe try it a time or two before somebody's receptive. You don't push them to where they feel like they're cornered, but you let them know, hey, you need to talk, I'm here. No judgment. I ain't going to sugarcoat it or yes you, but no judgment. Thank you for the jewels. Thank you for the gifts, Peep Scheme. I appreciate you. I think that we need to just make determinations in our lives that, okay, enough is enough at a time, right? And that we need to stand on business for the sake of us. For the sake of us. And more importantly, if you know you done did some things out here, this is part of your reparations. This is part of your reparations in giving back to the youth. Those youth that you call your children in your house that are your children, or the extended family, those on your block, other family members, or even strangers. And don't worry about who doing more and who doing less, because like the title of this show, this is episode 345 of them things. Me versus me. I got the idea from the verses last night. You know, with verses, they pit two individuals against each other. Last night was Joe and Donnell Jones. But for me, the verses is me versus me. The only people I'm in competition with is myself, is me. The only people I will ever be in competition with is me, bettering myself, trying to do more of myself. I ain't worried about what somebody else is doing. I ain't worried about how much more one person could be talented, how much more less somebody could be talented. I'm not worried about who gets the shine, the look, or opportunity, or the alley-oop, or whatever the case may be. I am a firm believer that whatever God got for me is for me. And I'm the only one that can stand in the way of effing that up, messing that up, that blessing, or whatever the case may be, or getting sidetracked into bullshiggery and opening the doors for curses and ill things to happen in my life, or whatever the case may be. Me versus me. And I implore each and every one of you to take that sentiment. It's only you versus you at the end of the day. Your actions or lack thereof. Your words or your being quiet. Your doing or not doing nothing at all. Your faith or the lack of faith. Your bitterness or your happiness. You being miserable with yourself or with other people, or you being happy for and joyful in your own world and celebratory for other individuals. I'm never gonna be one that's gonna have a problem with somebody excelling past me. On the contrary, I'm gonna celebrate it. Because I do want us to win. I say it all the time. And I know y'all be like this. Here we go again. I say it all the time and I mean it. I want us all to win. Even if I don't rock with you, even if I don't F with you, even if we ain't getting along, even if we ain't speaking, even if we've had an issue of beef or whatever the case may be, if you're doing something positive, I want you to win. I want you to win. Doesn't mean I have to be present. Don't mean I have to be around you or whatever the case may be, but I'm not going to wish for your demise or your downfall or for you to be held back, kept in the space and place you in, unless it's some kind of negative endeavor that you esteeming to be a part of or doing. I can't sanction that. To each his own. Whatever you do in your life is your life, but as far as anything negative, I can't sanction that or big you up on that or try to, help you further yourself in that. But if it's something positive, I'm damn sure going to work to support you, even if it's just in a mental thought or even verbally. If I speak something powerful, something positive about what you're doing on my platforms or in somebody else's platform, whatever the case may be. A lot of people are too worried about what this person's doing, what that person's doing, that they're stunting their own growth or their potential by worrying about what everybody else is doing. But it's the world we live in. One in our community, crab in the barrel syndrome, is heavy. Heavy. We need to bust that barrel wide open. Get that mindset the hell up off of us, out of our minds, off our backs, pause. Because it's uber counterproductive, super counterproductive to the individual and to us as a community. Charlie Hustle said that's a fact. The number one battle is within. We are all responsible for our own happiness after a certain age. That's a factor mundo. Not our parents, not our grandparents, not our uncles and aunts, not our lovers, not our spouses, us. And take it as motivation. That part right there. That part right there. I'm never going to hate on somebody and act like who they think they are because they trying to do this, or because they a part of this, or they get this position, or they get this look, or whatever the case may be, or somebody shout them out, or, you know, show them seemingly more love than they should get, or whatever. Who are you to tell somebody what love they should or shouldn't get? Who are you to tell somebody what somebody else sees on them? Who are you to tell somebody that don't deserve a look? You don't, especially on these internet streets where you don't know nobody for real and you don't know what they've been through, what real work or background or experience or history that they have that they done put in that culminates in whatever's going on now that gives them that alley-oop or that look or that opportunity or that position. You can judge a tree by its fruit. Oh, Phil, he a piece of ish. Oh, Phil, he's a good dude. Oh, Phil, he's worthy. He should definitely get the look or the position or the opportunity. Oh, Phil, nah, he don't deserve it. He shouldn't get nothing. You can have at it either way you look at it. It's cool. But what I'm saying is this. Stop worrying about what I'm doing, because I ain't worrying about what you're doing. I'm not competing with what you're doing, so don't compete with what I'm doing. There's room out here for everybody to make it. And this ain't a shot to nobody or no people. This is a general statement. There's room out here for us all. Everybody will not get a chance to shine. Everybody doesn't necessarily deserve to shine. But if it's your time and if it's God's will and your will to line up with God's will, your steps are already ordered. That shine will shine on you in the opportunity and the time in which it's supposed to. And it's up to you to capitalize on that and make the most of it. A lot of us are caught up in the bullshittery of life and the bullshittery of BS itself. That we, it's almost like we living to tear people down. That we are living to tear people down, as opposed to living to big people up or help bring people up. You ain't got to give a hand out to nobody, but you can give a hand up, especially to somebody worthy, especially to somebody that needs it, especially to somebody that's deserving of it. Some people, that's a fact, Marcus Bond, crab in the barrel mentality. Some of us look at it like, okay, he or she only got this many followers, or he or she got a whole lot of followers, and equate that to that person's worth. And that's so flawed and faulty is ridiculous. Because some people got a whole lot of followers and a whole lot of things and ain't about shit. And somebody's really grassroots and trying to grow and only got a little bit of followers and worth all your support. Or vice versa. But what I'm saying is we got to get out of this, because I don't like him or I don't like her, that I'm not going to speak positive things over their life or to wish them well. Like I said, I don't have to rock with you. I don't have to F with you. I don't have to be around you. But that does not mean that I want you to suffer something, or that I want you to not achieve or reach your goals or your dreams or your aspirations, the positive ones again. It does not mean that I'm going to go in another room or take a phone call or make a phone call or speak to somebody I know that you're trying to get in the room with and insult your name or put bullshit on your name just because I don't think you are worthy of being given the opportunity or the look. I'm not doing that. The only two, well, I'm going to say the only caveat I got to that, if you's a pedo, then hell, everything's off the table. If you are all worder, everything's off the table. If you like to abuse people, women, especially kids, it's off the table. But for everybody else, I don't care what your shortcomings are, what your transgressions are, how polished you are, how raw and need to be groomed far as, prepared for whatever industry you're entering into. I will always give props where proper is due. Y'all have heard me do it before with this one or that one, with male and female. Even if I'm not effing with them or can't stand them, I will still give propers where propers is due. And I think we all need to do that. We all need to do that. Because we be so caught up in why him? Why you cool with him? Why should he get this opportunity? Or why should she get this opportunity? I can't stand this girl. Or I can't stand this group of people. Or who they think they are. Instead of saying, you know what? I don't really like him, but I see what he doing or see what he trying to do. I hope he win. I might not jive with her or I don't really like her, but I see her talent. I hope she wins. I see this organization or this group or whatever the case may be. I don't line up with the ideology or the whatever basis that but they're doing positive work in the community. I hope they succeed. That's where it should be. And above all else, like Ty Nicole said, it continue to be you. Both sides of that coin. The actual person that's getting the look and the actual person that ain't got the look. Be you. Because what God got for you is for you. And what God ain't got for you could still be for you. Because every blessing that come across your table ain't a blessing from God. And every blessing ain't really a blessing. Don't let that go over your head. Don't forget the devil was an archangel. Don't forget the devil knows the scripture inside and out. And every text and every religious scripture and tablet and book known to man. Don't forget that. So everything that gets brought to you isn't necessarily a good thing to take hold of or be a part of or allow yourself to receive or whatever the case may be, because everything comes with a price, even the blessings that you're meant to have. Because to whom is called, much is required. Much is required. To whom is called, much is required. And I always say this, to be a great leader, you got to be a great servant. And for the people and individuals and whatnot, no matter what your stature is, whether you high on the totem pole or the lowest of the totem pole, because even the person lowest on the totem pole helps keep the totem pole up. Without the base or the foundation of that totem pole, the rest of that totem pole does not stand. So don't discount that person at the bottom of the totem pole because you happen to be sitting at the top of it. Don't. Dez, you must be behind. You must be behind in the footage. But as I'm saying, man, just do you. Because at the end of the day, I'ma do me. And the only thing, person, opportunity, place, whatever the case may be, that I'm up against competition-wise is myself. To be a better me every day. to deal with my problems, my flaws, my faults, to learn more, to do more, to become more. And yeah, I stumble and fall along the way. Pause, no diddy, no pun intended. But I get my ass back up and I keep moving. And I'm not concerned with this person, that person, those people. Don't nobody make me or don't nobody break me. The only one that's going to humble me is one, first myself, but more importantly, God above. You hear me? And if I am denied this or that, then it wasn't meant for me to be there. It wasn't meant for me to be around. It wasn't meant for it to happen. And sometimes there's a saving grace in that thing that doesn't happen. Some people look at it like it's a door closing or, some fallacy or something wrong and it not happening. But sometimes when you think back, sometimes there's a greater purpose or reason as to why that thing didn't happen that you can look back on like, shoo, be your own individual, that part. I tell a story all the time, and y'all can think what you want. You can think I'm capping, lying, or whatever the case may be. Back in the days, I've had different offers on the table. Different people wanted to mess with me musically or whatever the case may be. I can't remember whether it was Amin Ra or D-Dot. It was one of them that pushed me in the presence of gave me the phone number for Harvey Pierre, and I was in talks with him or whatever. This was pre-Bad Boy when they was trying to get it together or whatever the case may be. And that didn't pan out for nothing. And I'm using this for an example because look at all the things that took place since then. And given the person that I was and how volatile I was or whatever the case may be, y'all might not have met me. If half the stuff they talked about took place or whatever around me or towards me or whatever the case may be, it might have been a problem. So, I always thought about it as me having one foot in the street and one foot in my music in the industry or whatever that kind of caused my situation to be what it was. But I also look at it in hindsight like, no, I wasn't meant to be in that room. I wasn't meant to be on that label. I wasn't meant to for the saving of me, for the keeping of me, for the sanity of me, for the growth of me. Sarah Lynn, I see you done came on in. Good morning. Good morning. Be you and your best self because no one can be you better than you can. That's a fact of mundo. And listen, I always said I'm in no way perfect. I'm in no way perfect. I got my issues. I got my flaws. I got my shortcomings. I got my bullshittery. I'm not in denial of none of that, but y'all don't be in denial of yours either. Y'all don't be in denial of yours either. Some people that they don't want to face their flaws. They don't want to hear their flaws being set before them. So they will, they will volley something back at your ass, to get it off of them or whatever the case may be, because they uneasy with who they are and their issues and shortcomings. They ain't about nothing. Because at the end of the day, you can think what you want about me. You can feel what you want about me. You can think that I'm this, that, and the third, or you can think that I ain't shit. Whatever you think, that's on you. None of it floats my boat, keep my boat afloat, or keep me pushing forward. Actually, I take that back. It does give me motivation to keep going. Not for the sake of proving it to you, but just because I need to do what I need to do. Huh? Big Phil, the real deal, boss. The point I'm making is, again, the title of today's show is Me Versus Me. And if a lot of you men and women would take that same stance, how can I better myself? How can I do something different? How can I do more? How can I be more present? How can I be more active in my life, for my life, in my children's life, for my children's life, in my community, for my community, in my career, for my purpose? How can I be the best version of me without losing myself, without losing my authenticity, without putting on a mask, without trying to put on a fake fraudulent facade for the sake of other individuals? You would have Puffy dangling I would have had him, when he wouldn't have been dangling from no balcony. He probably would try to jump over that joint to get away from them things getting thrown at him. Pause. No diddy. However, and see, I'm still a work in progress. I'm still a work in progress. But the point I'm saying is this, ladies and gentlemen. Life is short. Life is real short. Enjoy the people that are in your life that are meant to be in your life. Love on the individuals that deserve your love and affection. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so make the most of today and the people that's in your life today. Start to pull the weed out from amongst the flower that is you. Pause, no diddy. So that you can grow and blossom the way in which you're supposed to. Thank you for the jewels, crack baby, trick baby. I appreciate that. You're here today and possibly gone tomorrow. Live each moment as if it means something. Tell the people that you love that you care about them. Let them know that you love them. Don't let the ego, the pride, and all the things hold you back from verbalizing what it is you think about them and feel about them in a positive light. Because the last thing anyone would want is to be left with regret of what I should have said, why I didn't get the moment, how come I didn't, that conversation I should have, I never got to have, or whatever the case may be. And this is true for whether it's a family member, a friend only, or a lover, spouse, or whatever the case may be, your children, or whatever the case may be. Men, don't be afraid to express your love and your emotions. Ladies, don't be afraid to be receptive of hearing real emotions and real thoughts. Work on the things that are flawed in your life. And with the same measure of grace and mercy that you would like to see other people hold for you in your flaws and your journey to change and or be a better person, make sure you got that same measure of grace and mercy for somebody else. Because again, the greatest leader has to be the greatest servant. So in order to receive the grace and mercy that you should get possibly and or deserve, you should be willing to hand it out or give it to somebody else. I purposely lead with my flaws because my IRL glow is magical as F flaws and all. The woulda, shoulda, couldas. Yeah, you don't want to be left with the woulda, shoulda, couldas. Trust me on that. Because there's some things I wish I could have done differently. Some people I wish I could have talked to more. Some people I wish I could have reached more or been there for certain things that I wasn't. And you don't want those feelings. You don't want those emotions. You don't want those scenarios. You don't. And just because you don't jive with somebody or rock with somebody or get along with somebody don't mean you got to sit around bitter and angry and upset and miserable every time they come in your presence, whether it's physically, whether it's virtually, or whatever the case may be, or somebody bring their name up or whatever the case may be. Don't mean you have to sit there and hold animosity towards them or about them. Now, you can't control how they feel about you. You can't control how they feel about you, but you damn sure can control the way you feel about them and your actions towards them, verbally, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, the whole 9 yards. I could go on, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't going to do too much. I hope that you all can come back tonight for Feel the Love Fridays. It's where the grown folks play, where the conversation is very adult, very sexy, very spicy, and sometimes salacious. We have a ball there, huh? Come through the door, wipe your feet on the rug, and leave your inhibitions at the door, because we're going to talk that talk, huh? I know sometimes y'all be like, damn, Phil, I wasn't trying to hear all that. But sometimes I get to going and I just let it flow how I need to flow. And I just hope that y'all receive what it is that I'm saying, or the portion of out of what I'm saying that applies to you or somebody you know that you can share that information with. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I make a joke about, but I'm green tea with matcha added in, which is a powdered, refined version of green tea, if you didn't know. But without the sayings and the soliloquies and all that, I'm just being me. Whether I'm long-winded, whether I don't land my plane quick enough, whether I act like I'm too cool for school, whatever the case may be, I'm just me. And me being me, I'm only going against me. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, y'all can support this situation. Some of y'all have been throwing gifts and jewels or whatever the case may be. I appreciate that. If you want to, you can send a coffee or 10 through that QR code. You can send a PayPal through that QR code, or a Zelle through that one, or Apple Pay at that email address. And you can use that email address for that for Zelle as well. But you don't have to. At minimal, which don't cost nothing, you could hit a thumbs up and or hype the video, and or if you haven't done so, click subscribe. More importantly, after you hit that notification bell and all the things, share or repost this so that somebody else can hear something in today's show or in a show that they might jive with or understand or need to hear, or some information in one of the video clips that they didn't know, that they might have wanted to know, or, you know, any of the things, or maybe a laugh from one of the videos, or me being silly at times to lighten their day or lighten their load for the moment. You hear me? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Zell is the one. Oh, thank you. CBS said, make it a good weekend. Oh, thank you, Todd Nicole. I appreciate that. Through it all, ladies and gentlemen, no matter how good things are going, or how bad things are going, how up things are going, how down things are going, whatever's going on personally in your life, even when things are going wrong personally in your life, remember to keep a smile on your face and think optimistically, think positive. And like I like to say, smile, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And that's in a friendly way. That's in a relationship way. That's in an empathetic way. That's in a philosophical way. All of the things. Love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. Last but not least, I'm not anti-you. I'm pro-me, with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate in your melon to the next time we could chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, I holler. Thank you for the gifts, the jewels. I appreciate that. And I holler. I see y'all around these internet streets somewhere. I see y'all back here tonight if y'all come back through. If not, I see y'all somewhere else. Salute.
We're one big happy family. With GOG. One big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speech.